So I used to clean houses that people wouldn't stay in anymore, and it wasn't like hoarder houses, it was worse. It was the kind of houses that were just left as is, like somebody left and never came back. So a small company would get contracts for abandoned properties, and we would go in, we would deep clean, stage the homes, and sell them like nothing ever happened. Most of the time, it was obvious why people would leave the house. Bad energy, mold, lots of damage. But there was one house we came across, and it was completely normal, like too normal. Everything was still there, clothes were folded, there was a glass of water on the nightstand, dishes were put away. It was like somebody paused midday and then never unpaused. So it was just my job to go in, clean it, and report if anything was off or unusual. And at first, nothing was until I made it to the hallway. There were photos that were lining the wall, and it was all of the same person. Different outfits, different places, but she was doing the same thing in all of them. She was staring directly at the camera, not smiling, just staring. I didn't think very much of it until I went to go and clean the bathroom, and I was wiping down the foggy streaks off the mirror, and I found that there was some writing underneath it. Not on top, but underneath, like it had been written a long time ago. And it said in all caps, "Don't let her see you see her." I stepped back really fast and I kind of just admired what I just looked at. I tried to just tell myself it was a prank, something funny, haha, something written a long time ago. I kept working, and then later on I went back into the hallway and I noticed something. The pictures in the hallway were totally different. Same woman, same outfits, same places, all of that was the same except for one thing: she was not staring directly into the camera anymore. She was looking off to the side, like she was staring at something else, and I felt sick. I slowly turned to look at whatever her eyes were aiming at, and I looked back at her again, and then her eyes again were back at the camera, staring straight at me, and this time the pictures were different. They were closer, like it looked like it was zoomed in a little bit more. So I grabbed all of my things and I ran to the front door to leave. The handle was moving, but it was not opening, and then I heard something behind me, a little footstep in the carpet, and then I heard a little quiet whisper. I didn't turn around, I just sat there trying to breathe, and the whisper said, "Don't look unless you want to stay." Somehow I got the door open. Next thing you know, I'm outside. I ran, and about a week later I got my final paycheck. But with that envelope of money, I also got a printed picture that I saw, and it was a picture of me, and the picture was me not looking at the camera, but I was sitting there at the front door looking back at her, or whoever the voice was.